Hello and welcome to another OTTTD video. So today we're going to be completing Moldy Grotto, hopefully. That will be my aim at least, to get that one done. If you watched my last video and watched it right to the end, thank you again for watching that. It was pretty intense in the endless. We actually managed to max it out with 3 stars and I was really impressed. So we had allocated those points and stuff into our characters now, really just added on to what I've been adding on to, just some extra damage and hit reload buffs mostly to get them up to par with what I really want them at. And now it's just going to be a matter of course, holding down fort. And I'm thinking this area over here is exactly where we're going to want to hold things down. I don't really expect too many flying creatures, so that's not a big deal. We want our tank, of course, to be in the leader here. And this guy should, yes, or cover all 4 of these towers. We may actually push him back slightly to cover 5 towers. There we go. So we can actually bring these guys all back a bit. I'm not too concerned with this to start with, since we do have an okay setup here. Well, we just need these zombies to all disappear. So there's a lot of flying creatures by the looks of it. Fortunately, that's not going to be a big deal for us. Alright, get this one maxed out. Alright, that worked out. Gonna go for this one over here. Mainly because I found those towers to be actually quite good now that I've got the hang of them. And considering the current positioning of everything, that's not a bad way to lay it out. And I'm just trying to think, should I put the tower there and then put a support tower in front? Definitely. Alright. So these are the towers we're going to focus on first, but before we decide to if we want to expand at all. Fortunately, healing that tower is pretty rapid, so the zombies really can't do much to them. This thing is going to be our pure... the one in the back here is going to be pure air support. Mainly dealing with those ghosts and floaty head guys, which seem to be the only things really coming from this direction anyway. Actually, maybe the floaty head guys are ground-based, apparently. That's okay, though. Alright, this is the only one I don't like, because these guys are actually a nightmare to deal with, typically. Alright, get this upgraded. See, now it's snuck all the way through there. Alright, so she did end up getting wiped out. Fortunately, not really quick enough. We did take a bit of damage, and I don't enjoy that. I don't know if there is a way to detect her or not. I haven't really looked into that. If there is, I definitely want it, because I don't want to have to deal with this over and over again. I just need to get that big cannon gun upgraded now. There we go. So no invisibility yet. And nothing causing us a problem. Might actually go for some pretty basic heal towers now. Getting this thing that gives us some more protective shields. Alright, there it goes. Wave 8 done. We should be able to finish wave 9 pretty comfortably, actually. Oh, sorry, that was wave 7 done. Wave 8 now. We should be able to get that pretty comfortably though, when we get to wave 9. Okay, these things which are super irritating to deal with. Might run away again. There we go. There we go, so that actually works. If I can plan it out to line it up with that guy, we should actually be fine. Not that it's going to be an issue, because this is the final wave now. And we're really not struggling in this. So I might target the one in the back. Wait until she gets a bit closer. Yes, that did work in our favor, thank God. Now it's really just these big skulls. So we're looking at least 2 stars minimum. Don't know if we'll make 3 with this amount of damage, but 2 for sure. We could very easily go for 3. We won't do that now, but we could very easily do it, I think. And constantly getting level up is actually super handy, and we're almost ready to get a new gun for these guys. I'm actually thinking Bombardo is going to be the first one to go up. Whoop. Yeah, want to upgrade this. Okay. So far, I've just been upgrading the Energy Adept. I think that's been the best way to go with things still, and his reload speed at the same time, trying to max that out. I may actually just max reload next turn, since we can. This guy's skills still very comfortable, since we got all these ones done. I really do want to actually unlock his special abilities. One of these has got to be really good to replace the jetpack, because I'm not really fond of that moving feature for me. So, giant enemy village, that's going to be the one we're going for. Making very smooth progress. Not really sure where I want to stick my main force, since everything is pretty spread out here. To be honest, I think the only good spot is definitely over here, since I can actually cover everything very easily and have a 4-tower setup. Alright, so I'm not sure. Whoops, don't want that over there. I want that one here. There we go. So I'm going to put in a couple of light towers in the front and a couple of heavier towers in the back. At least to start with. We might actually even upgrade that to another leveled one. Since our little guys down the bottom here can actually pick all these small fry off very quickly. So putting in a couple of big towers is actually worthwhile. Just to pick off these pain in the ass tower guys. More heavy duty tank sort of vehicles. Yeah, so things like these tank beetles up ahead here, the tank crabs, really don't want to deal with them. And this should allow us to, hopefully, not have to worry about them. There we go. These are actually a lot easier than I was planning them to be. At the current rate, unless they get a lot harder, I don't think they're going to be an issue. Just debating on, do I want to advance the wave quicker? And I think that's fine, considering what we're dealing with. Definitely getting the weapon for our tank helped us out a lot. Both of these should now be completely upgradable to level 2. Makes for a fun time. And since we're taking out these flying balloons really early, they're not even a problem. And that's a pretty easy round right here. Since we don't even need to really worry about these crabs. I may actually install, just for the sake of doing so, a couple of floaty ones with some max upgrading paths. They should actually help out a bit over that side without us having to have them directly in the way. Once we get some more enemies coming in, I probably should just advance using the advance button. Alright, where are the enemies? Up there. There we go. So it might have helped if we were a bit closer after all, but I'm really not too worried. it does mean once they do become within range, we can deal with them more effectively. Alright, that guy was the hardest for sure. But not impossible. There we go. Looking a little harder now because they actually made some advancement first. But again, still not impossible. Looking very good. Probably should have went for those upgrades as well while I was at it. Alright, tank crabbers. Don't stand a chance against this setup. Turtle though, I'm not really sure about yet. So we might actually bomb the turtle right off the bat here, just to get a little bit of damage on it. Didn't really do anything, but it was worth a shot at least. Alright, looks like we're going to take it out. It's just not a simple one to do. And we'll get these maxed, and then we'll work on the next lot of towers I want to put in. And here come all the enemies. I honestly don't think we're going to have much trouble getting through to Wave 6. It's really what comes after that that'll be more interesting. Now that we can reach around that too, those actual black ones are not much of an issue getting that early damage. It's really just a matter of if we have to go up against these two turtle crabs. There we go. So we can go for this, which gives us the triple upgrade, which means we can deal at least a little damage over time here. One turtle crab is easy. Two turtle crabs is a little bit of a problem. But once we do take at least these couple out, we should be go. There we go. So we just got a little bit more to do then with the next round, and then we will have it in the bag. We've got some decent protection down the bottom, so that's not really a concern. There we are. Just got to get this guy down. Those flying ones are actually becoming a little of a nuisance. Not a huge problem, just a little bothersome for Wave 6. At least there's not a lot of Wave 6 to go. Since we've already been able to deal with a lot of them, it shouldn't be a big problem at all. And that should pretty much wrap us up. And just for good measure, we've thrown a little bit of extra damage on that big tower. And that's just, I think, the turtles. So the turtles are my biggest fear right now. Having to deal with those is not something that I've dealt with a lot. That's why we set this tower up over here. Luckily we did manage to get it maxed out, thanks God. So this buys us some time and get that damage in early. Now we should be fine. So since we played it a bit more cautious, it really wasn't an issue to deal with these turtles in the end. It actually turned out to be a pretty nice way to get a full 3-star. Now we do have a chance to go for more weapons, and I think we're ready to get, of course, Chairman Crosses, but we'll at least fix these skills. Whoops. Go to the right one first. These skills first and get that done. I'm tempted to go with Field Medic, although again, I want to max out his reload speed now. Field Medic I'm actually pretty comfortable with so far until we need it a bit more. Chairman Cross skills, Not really sure to go with this yet, other than just boosting his damage up again by another 5%. So that's done. Now we can actually go for his maximum weapon, I think, which, yes, is only 250. So he is now absolutely unstoppable as a rocket launcher. I believe that's what this is. So that should be nuts. And then we have, of course, Rocketeer Garbs and stuff. Cheddar Suit is probably one of the better ones since you get extra XP, hero coins, and extra drop chance on cash. So enemy cash drop is, 5% more. They're probably the best, of course. There's a lot of variations, and depending on what you want your team set up as, you can obviously mess around with them. Resist fire, resist energy, resist impact are all pretty decent, but of course there's no suit that does all three here, so that's a little disappointing. At least if I need to, I'll upgrade into the 150 suits, I think. But I focus on weapons first, since damage for me most of the time is more important, because I am running, of course, Supreme Justice, which does all our healing. So if you guys did enjoy this video and you want to see more OTTTD, definitely be sure to check the links in the description, check out my other videos. It's a lot of fun to cover this game, and we're making some really, really good progress. I think I'll probably grind between now and the next video, since I want to get ahead a little bit with my skill points and weapons, and I'll try and suit them up a bit better, and we'll pretty much just steamroll through the rest of this on normal mode. Grinding definitely does make the game easier if you are looking for more of a challenge. Of course, there is hard mode, and again, if this is an interesting enough series for you guys, maybe in the future we will cover a hard mode playthrough, and that could be really interesting. So if you guys did enjoy it, hit the like button, subscribe. Until next time, guys, see ya.